Hello students, today I am going to explain to you lesson number 8, cell structure and functions. Now what is cell? All of you have heard the name cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Like when we make a building is made up of bricks. We assemble the bricks to make a building, and cells are assembled to make the body of every organism. Now we come to our next topic, discovery of the cell. Cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 in the slices of cork. He saw this under a simple magnifying device, and he noticed partition boxes or compartments in cork slice, and he named these compartments as cell. So he coined the term cell. Very little was known about the cell for the next 150 years after Robert Hooke's observation. Today we know a lot about cells. So let us see now what is a cell. So cell is the structural and functional unit of living organism. Brick is the structural unit of a building. Similarly, cell is the living organism and their complex living structure. Bricks are non-living, whereas cells are structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Now, organisms show variety in cell number, shape and size. So organisms have cell with different shapes and sizes, and they also vary in numbers also. There are millions of living organisms. They have different types of and different shapes of cells. So these organs vary in shape and size and also number of cells. Depending upon the number of cells, we divide organisms into unicellular and multicellular organisms. Now what is a unicellular organism and what is a multicellular organism? The single celled organisms are called unicellular organisms. That means organisms having only one cell. Example is amoeba and paramecia. They are organisms having only one cell, and this one cell is performing all the functions. And there are certain organisms which are made up of more than one cell. They are called multicellular organisms. They have many cells. Their body is made up of more than one cell. An organism with billions of cells also begins its life as a single cell, which is fertilized cell, which is called zygote. So all living organisms begin their life structure with a single cell, which is the fertilized egg. So we have seen what is a unicellular organism and what is a multicellular organism. Now we come to detailed explanation of a single celled organism performs all the necessary functions that a multicellular organism performs. A single celled organism like amoeba captures and digests the food, respires, excretes, grows and reproduces. Similar functions in multicellular organisms are carried out by groups of cells or specialized cells forming tissues. So what are tissues? They are a group of cells performing specialized functions. They are called tissues. So cells combine together to form tissues. Tissues combine together to form organs. Organs combine together to form a single individual. Now activity 8.8. In this it is told that the teacher can show you a slide of amoeba or paramecium. You can see it under a microscope. Shape of cells. Now we come to shape of cells. Now amoeba is a unicellular organism. Its cell has no definite shape. It keeps on changing its shape. And there are certain projections protruding part of the body which appear and disappear in amoeba. They are called pseudopodia or the false foot. These projections appear and disappear as amoeba moves or feeds. So amoeba is a single cell organism. The cell has no particular shape. Then another example of cell which has no particular shape is WBC, white blood cell in human blood. It is a single cell and it has no fixed shape. Now, so cells do not have any fixed shape. They may be round, they may be spherical or elongated. Some cells are long and pointed at both the ends. Some are branched, like the nerve cell or the neuron. The nerve cell receives and transfers messages, thereby helping to control and coordinate the working of different parts of the body. So, the cells are enclosed in a membrane which is called cell wall. Cell wall or cell membrane. All cells have cell membrane, and cell wall is an additional covering over the cell membrane. So plant cells have cell wall, then cell membrane, whereas animal cells do not have cell wall, they have cell membrane. Size of cell. The size of cells in living organism may be very small or it may be large, like a few centimeters. But most of the cells are small in size, they are microscopic, we cannot see them with our naked eyes. So the largest cell is the egg of an ostrich. The smallest cell is of a bacteria, and the largest cell, that is egg, that is of an egg of an ostrich. Activity 8.2. He's telling you take a hen's egg, boil it and then remove the shell. We see a white color albumin which solidifies on boiling, and the yellow part is called the yolk. So egg is a single cell. The size of cell has no relation. Size of cell has no relation with the size of the body of an animal. It is not necessary that the cells in an elephant, all the cells in an elephant are larger than rat. Nerve cells both in an elephant and rat are long and branched. So some cells are small and some are long. It doesn't depend upon the size of the body. Then cell structure and functions. We have just now discussed that an organism has many organs. Cells combine together to make tissues, tissues combine together to make organs, and many organs combine together to make one individual. So, let us see any digestive organs. So, many digestive organs combine together to make digestive system, and many systems combine together to make one individual. So cell is the living organism is its basic structural unit. So in this video we have seen what is cell, discovery of cell, size, organisms show variety in cell number, shape and size, and also we have seen cell structure and its function. Cell structure and its function. In my next video, we are going to discuss parts of the cell. So, this video I have made a small in size only so that you can understand it easily. I will complete the lesson in my second video. Thank you.